Hope everyone is enjoying their Christmas. And I just know that every single one of you guys in my audience, all of you are following the guidelines of the assholes. I just know it. You're staying home, you're not visiting with your family, you're hunkered down in your closet, staying away from the COVID 3.0. The Grinches in Washington, the mainstream media, and the NBA, they have tried their best to steal Christmas from us again. Stay away from human contact. This virus is so dangerous. No one is dying, no one is hospitalized, but we need to keep you in a panic so we can continue to make money on these never ending vaccines. The NBA announced yesterday afternoon that they are forcing damn near the entire Brooklyn Nets roster to sit out the game against the Lakers today because they have the common cold or the flu, otherwise known as the COVID. What a great strategy by Adam Silver. NBA ratings are once again in the shitter, but Adam Silver, in his infinite wisdom, he knows how to bring ratings back up. I have a brilliant strategy. We can bring ratings up by forcing our biggest stars to sit out on the biggest day of the regular season. That is the best way to beat the NFL on Christmas Day. These people are trying to take everything away that we enjoy. The same way Lia Thomas is trying to steal records in women's swimming. Hell, she ain't trying to steal records, she's doing it. If I woke up one morning and I decided that I was going to identify myself as a 4-year-old boy, and I went out and played in my nephew's Little League game, I would be the best player on the field. I would be an MVP by a mile. When the parents inevitably bitched and complained about me playing, I would accuse them of being an ageist. How dare you bring up my age? That is ageism. I identify as a 4-year-old, therefore I am a 4-year-old. Tomorrow, I will identify as the COVID and spread my disease across the country. Does anyone even know if Lia Thomas actually transitioned? Like, is he actually a she? I know Lia Thomas identifies as female. I know Lia Thomas has taken testosterone suppressants. I know she's taking estrogen. But has Lia Thomas actually transitioned? Does anyone know that? If some dude got super drunk, I mean super drunk, and slept with Lia Thomas, would she get pregnant? I'm asking, is she actually a woman? Now, normally I would not bring something like this up. It's none of my business. But Lia Thomas has made this our business when she started competing against women athletically. In the past, I have called out the other young women on the Penn swim team and their parents for remaining silent on this issue. But in the past couple of weeks, they have started to speak out. Several women on the Penn swim team, they spoke anonymously to Outkick about what's going on. The parents united, wrote a letter to the administration at Penn talking about how wrong it is to allow Lia Thomas to compete against other girls. You know what that's accomplished? Nothing. The administration at Penn, they're not going to do shit about this. The NCAA, they're damn sure not going to do anything about it. Both of them are too afraid of the backlash from the woke media, who remain strangely silent about Lia Thomas. If the woke media does mention her, and there have only been one or two small outlets bring this up, but if the woke media mentions Lia Thomas, it's the typical bullshit. Look at all the transphobia that she's having to deal with. When we first started talking about this, I took it easy on Lia Thomas. I don't begrudge anyone doing what makes them comfortable, what makes them happy. I mainly kept my criticism to Penn and the NCAA for allowing this to happen. But as time has progressed and I've watched interviews, seen comments from her, I'm starting to have disdain towards Lia Thomas. The lack of humility, the lack of awareness, the lack of empathy towards her teammates, the selfishness. Lia Thomas, she doesn't give a shit about her teammates. She don't care how they feel. She doesn't give a shit about crushing the dreams of these young women who have worked their entire lives to get to this point. Imagine being a senior on the Penn swim team. Your final year in college, 4 years of training, hard work at this level, and you're having to compete against a fucking man. I don't usually advocate lawsuits, but there should be lawsuits against Penn and the NCAA for allowing this to happen. Matter of fact, people should be fired over this. The people in leadership positions who have control, their ass should be fired. Instead, you have I hate to call them lower level people, but yeah, people near the bottom of the ladder, I should say, showing how to lead, standing up for what's right. Cynthia Millen has officiated swim meets for 3 decades. The New York Post calls her a USA swimming official. Now, I don't know shit about swimming, so I don't know if this means she officiates events tied to the Olympics or if she is involved at the collegiate level. I don't know. Either way, I don't care. It doesn't matter. After 3 decades, Cynthia Millen has resigned her position. Why? She doesn't want to associate herself with this bullshit. She doesn't want to be involved with men competing against women. Now, why does it take someone at Cynthia Millen's level to stand up for what's right? This message, it should be coming from the president at Penn or whoever the hell leads the NCAA, the most useless institution in America. The NCAA serves absolutely no purpose. They're like the government. All they do is fuck shit up. When I saw the resignation of Cynthia Millen, it finally hit me. I hadn't thought about this. I don't know enough about swimming to have thought about it, but it hit me. This could be the answer to the Lia Thomas problem. This is how Lia Thomas can be stopped because she damn sure ain't going to be stopped in the swimming pool. This is the answer to the problem. There are over 13,000 swimming officials across the country. None of them are paid. They all volunteer their time to do this. These people are not depending on this for income or insurance or benefits or whatever the hell else a job gives you. This is something they do for their enjoyment or to just help out. Community service, you could call it. I hope all 13,000 of them will follow the lead of Cynthia Millen and quit, resign. Because without officials, you can't have a swim meet. It'd be like having an NFL game without referees. Can't do it. I complain about officiating in the NFL all the time, but the officials we have in football, they're as good as it gets. Remember about 10 years ago when NFL officials went on strike and they brought in those bums, the replacement officials? It was an unmitigated disaster. Lasted about, 3 weeks? There were so many blown calls, the NFL quickly made a deal with the union. Like I said, I am not knowledgeable on the intricacies of swimming, but if all 13,000 volunteers quit, I imagine it would be difficult to replace them. No officials, no competition. Hopefully, the pressure would build on Lia Thomas to go away, and she would. It damn sure would send a clear message if all the officials quit, and at this point, this might be the only way to stop this bullshit. Penn won't do anything about it. NCAA damn sure won't stop it. I don't see opponents refusing to compete against Lia Thomas, though that would work too. But it's time for people to come together to put an end to this stupidity. This is not transphobia. It's not discrimination against Lia Thomas. She should not be allowed to compete against women. Period. It's as simple as that. We should not even have to have this conversation. All right, let me know what you guys think. Could we see other officials resign like Cynthia Millen did? And give me your idea to stop this bullshit with Lia Thomas. Sound off in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. I'll see you guys tomorrow.